The most rewarding thing with me, working with the clients, where I've been doing this so long, is to see a first-time sea duck hunter will come and he harvests his first eider, and he just sits there and looks at it, and he pats it, and he's like, wow, I've been waiting all my life to get this bird. I mean, on this trip here, I had an instance where our first hunter shot his first eider and it had a band on its leg. First band he's ever seen. Get him, get him.
Get him.
Nice, man.
And I did it again. You missed it. Both times was dead enough.
Shoot right over him?
When you shoot, it cripples on the water. No, it's all right. It's all right. He's dead enough.
All right.
You want to shoot just in front of it.
Just
short.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay? Because what happens is, like on that one, when you're shot, most of your patting went right over the top.
Over the top,
right?
yeah.
So aim just short.
This is awesome. I love it. I'm actually hitting them. It's a crazy thing. Just closing my eyes and squeezing the trigger.
Shoot, man.
Thanks, man.
We've been set up for what, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
And it's just like, you don't know which way to turn and look. They're flying everywhere.
I think we got 9 birds in the boat already.
Nine birds in the boat?
Close to that. Yeah.
No kidding.
Man, is this your first eider you ever shot?
Yes,
Look at the one you got here, buddy. It's got a band on it.
Oh,
You know, in this band here, as you can see it, I want to tell you how old it is. It's so old I can't even see a number on it.
Oh, wow.
What?
So, that's an old bird. I mean,
Good for you, man.
That's
Good
awesome.
for you. Good for you.
I can't read any numbers.
That's my
on that
first
band.
banded bird, period.
So, that's an old bird.
First piece of
So,
land,
here's your
man.
first eider with a band on it, my friend.
That's
Huh?
awesome.
Wow.
See
Thank
that?
you, sir. Right here, man.
That's
Get us
awesome.
on the birds quick. That is awesome.
So, we'll put this in. This will be a mount bird for you, my friend.
That's awesome, man.
With that old of a band, you better mount it.
Oh, yeah.
Because that, I mean, our state biologist can etch that, okay, without messing it up. And we should be able to tell how old that bird is. And that could be at least 15 years old, maybe older. So, look at the birds flying behind us right now while we're standing up talking.
Birds are everywhere.
Good job.
Thanks, man. Awesome.
Certain things like that really makes it for me when you see people that, you know, appreciate these species of sea ducks, deer hunters that come and they, you know, even if they shoot any kind of deer, I've had guys just, man, this is a great deer. You know, most trophies to most people, it doesn't matter if he's a big deer or a little deer, it's a trophy. He did something good. You know, bear hunters, everybody wants a 400-pound bear. I've seen guys with a 200-pound bear happy as all get out because he shot himself a nice bear.
All right, guys, we're here with Brad Allen from the Maine Department of Fish and Wildlife. And it's longer than that, but that's all I can remember. But you're going to help us figure out the age of this bird then. And now this band has actually eroded so much over the years that you have to use acid to bring it back in.
We
then.
needed to try to recover those worn numbers. When we catch them and band them, they're adults already. So we don't know when they were born because they're already adults.
Yeah.
And so they don't look like this until they're at least 3. So if we caught these birds in the year 2010, 9 years ago, we know it had to be at least 3 years old. So we could tell the hunter it was born 2007 or earlier. And so we can only tell you then it's at least 13, 9 plus 3, 12 years old, but it could be 22.
Yeah.
So
So it can't be younger than that, but it could be plenty
but it
older.
could be older. So we're not really banding them to find out where they migrate, when they migrate. We're banding them to find out how well they live, what their survival rates are. If harvest rates get too high, then we can recommend reducing the bag limit or shortening the season. But if harvest rates stay pretty much in an area that we're comfortable with, you know, then status quo, hunting season recommendations. The survival rate of the females are about 90%.
Really?
Your chance of becoming a year older is about 90%, and then 90% after that, 90% after that.
Once they get past chick stage, they got a good chance of making it. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Right.
The chicks get wiped out a lot by the seagulls.
About 90%
Oh, really?
of the ducklings get eaten by black-backed gulls.
Wow.
This technique actually calls for a recipe of chemicals, of which I forgot. You know, a bit of this and a bit of that. And it calls for a really dilute hydrochloric acid. And I was always too impatient to let the dilute stuff work, so I go with a little Hutter hydrochloric acid. I'm supposed to. Only once have I put a band in it where it just disappeared. I don't think that'll happen today. And what the birds do, living in salt water on this granite rock called the coast of Maine, is they rub this band on those rocks, just getting in and out of the water all the time. And that outer layer of the band gets eroded. And supposedly, if with this acid bath and getting down a little deeper into this number, it helps recover those numbers that are stamped way down deep in there. It's probably not good to inhale these fumes. 17 question mark 7.
17 question 7
21.
21.
Looks like 071. The average for these is probably around 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
The oldest is 22.
03.
03, yeah.
As an
2000. So that's a 19-year-old bird.
19-year-old bird.
Minimum.
Minimum.
And so it had to be at least 3 to become an adult. So it was born in the year 2000 or earlier, which makes it a 19-year-old plus bird, which is even old for Eiders. You know, it's not a record, but it's way older than the average.
And the record you said was about 23 years. then.
22 and change.
Yeah.
You can see where we banded it and where you shot it. Your buddy
not too
shot
far.
it. It's not that far away.
Yeah, well, we want to
all
thank you,
good.
Brad, for doing your forensic files and helping us learn about that bird.
And
And
Todd's been a big
Thank you,
help
man.
to
It's
me
nice
over
meeting
the
you.
years. Whenever we
That's
need
awesome.
samples and stuff, he's always stepped up. So
yeah, that's awesome.
I feel I owe him. Plus, he's taken me hunting several times. Somebody's got to teach me how to shoot.